Yesterday we talk about the free energies, that is Gibbs free energy and the Helmholtz free energy. Out of that, as per as our that particular any system is considered, means you can, when we are doing the reaction as a chemical reaction, we are considering at that time the Gibbs free energy is very much important, and that's why the variation of this particular Gibbs free energy with the temperature and the pressure that we have to see. Okay, I will just sharing the screen. Yesterday we talk about the free energies, two types of the free energy. I already said Helmholtz and the Gibbs. That both the equations we have seen. For the Helmholtz, A is equal to E minus Ts, whereas for the Gibbs free energy, J is equal to H minus Ts. That we have already seen yesterday. And then what will be the significance of this particular Gibbs free energy? Now we have to focus on the variation of this particular free energy with the temperature and the pressure. If it is a subjective exam, the 5 marks question is fixed on this part. Variation of the Gibbs free energy with respect to temperature and pressure, we have to see over here. Means what will happen when the temperature changes, what will happen when the pressure is changes, what will happen when the temperature is constant, what will happen when the pressure is constant. You know, these are the variable quantities in the thermodynamics: temperature, pressure, composition, volume, that they are called as a variable quantities, and they vary simultaneously. That means whenever we are studying the chemical thermodynamics, at that time we have to keep one quantity, one variable quantity fixed, and we have to vary the another one. Means when the temperature and pressure are there, at that time what we will do, we will keep one that parameter, one particular variable quantity constant, and we will vary the another. Means we will fix the pressure and we will vary the temperature, or we will fix the temperature and we will vary the pressure accordingly. So that we have to talk on this particular variation of this Gibbs free energy with the temperature and the pressure. Or the question may come like this: show that the variation of the free energy with the temperature and the pressure. Or the question will be like that, the question is mentioned in your notes also: show that delta G by delta T, or say dG by dt, you can call delta G by delta T also, you can call, both are the allowed. Okay, at constant P is equal to minus S. And second derivation is there, that particularly change in the free energy with respect to temperature, means delta G by delta T. Some again mistake is there, delta G by delta P should be there in the second one at constant temperature. That correction we have to make. Okay, please do the correction in the notes. It is a perfect one. Here it is just a correction is there. Okay. Okay. Then first of all, we will see the Gibbs free energy in the is given by the equation, you know, J is equal to H minus Ts. For infinitesimal change, means for the small change, very small change, then we are going to differentiate it. We will take it as a difference, means the dG. G will be nothing but the dG, H will nothing but the dH. When the product is there, and when product is there and we have to take the differentiation, at that time we have to take this differentiation as like this. We have to fix one quantity and we have to differentiate other quantity, then that quantity will be constant, then we will differentiate the first one. Means here T, let's say the T is constant, at that time T into ds, that change in the S will be there, minus S will be fixed, then vary will be the temperature dt. But you know, enthalpy is given by E plus PV. For small change again, for infinitesimal change, this H will be written as dH is equal to dE plus PdV plus VdP. Again, same formula we have to apply over here. For the differentiation, you know, when the product is there, we have to add it, means we have to fix one first quantity, then we have to vary the second one, and then in the second as we have to fix the first one, we have to fix the second one, and we have to vary the first one. Means here P dV plus VdP. This is the equation number 4. From the first law of thermodynamics, as you know, internal energy is given by the equation Q plus W, or say you can call it as dE is equal to dQ plus dW. For the reversible change, in closed system, okay, in a closed system, dW reversible is equal to minus PdV and dQ reversible is equal to TdS. This is the equation number 7. We have to substitute this equation in the equation number 5. You will get dE is equal to TdS minus PdV. On substituting this equation number 7 in equation number 4 is what? dH is equal to dE plus PdV plus VdP. Here we are going to substitute for this particular dE. Then you will get dH is equal to TdS minus PdV plus VdP. This is the equation number 8. What will happen on substituting this equation number 8 in the equation number 2? This dH we will substitute over here. dH, now what is the dH? TdS minus PdV plus VdP. That all that quantity, all these terms we have to substitute in this equation number 2. We will get dG is equal to TdS minus PdV plus VdP minus TdS minus HdT, minus TdS minus HdT as it is there. Then common terms get cancelled out. Strikeout is mentioned over here. You can see here TdS will get cancelled. PdV will get cancelled because minus plus is there. Then left terms will be the dG is equal to VdP minus HdT. What will be there? That particular VdP minus HdT. This is our equation. But our question is that we have to vary this particular free energy with respect to temperature at a constant pressure, and we have to vary this quantity with respect to pressure at constant temperature. Okay, then this particular variation with temperature at constant pressure, that we have to see that you know, dP tends to 0. If pressure is constant, at that time change in the pressure will be the 0. There will be no change. That's why VdP tends to the 0. If VdP tends to 0, then equation 9 becomes delta G at constant P is equal to minus S dt. That means delta G by delta T at constant P will nothing but minus S. This is the first case and this is the first equation. Then variation with the pressure at a constant temperature. Okay, dt tends to 0. That means HdT tends to 0. Samjhana, at constant temperature, temperature will be the 0. Means there will no change in the temperature. It tends to the 0. That's for the HdT tends to the 0. Then the equation number 9 becomes delta G at constant T is equal to VdP, or in short you can write down direct the delta G upon delta T at constant delta G upon delta P at constant T is equal to V. This is the simple question. It comes for the 5 marks in the exam. If anybody is not getting any step, you can ask here. Next question we will see in the next particular lecture. All you got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very simple question it is. It is a 5 marks question. If it is a subjective question, it is a fixed question. Or if it is a MCQ type of the question, then the MCQ will be there based on this. Okay? दो MCQs इसके ऊपर रहेंगे. ये equation रहेगा यहाँ पे dG by dt at constant P is equal to minus S and dG by dP at constant T is equal to V. Okay, this particular 2 MCQs will be there based on this particular part. Anybody has to ask any question regarding this, you can ask. Okay, and you have to write the notes very well. Okay, from my side this particular question is finished. You can ask if you have any doubts in this particular derivation, you can ask.